Hello and welcome to this tutorial that gives an overview of the Fire Manager application as a part of Fire Apps and Building X offering. It covers user interface overview, sites overview with functionalities such as dashboard and live events, as well as the partitions overview including activating and deactivating subscriptions. First, log in to Fire Manager. You are now on the site's overview page. It allows you to view all the sites in your company, either as a map or a list. Event summary tiles on top provide an aggregated summary of your sites according to their status. When a tile is selected, the site list and the sitemap display those sites associated to the event tile. The filter bar updates with the matching criteria. You can filter the list by selecting one of the statuses. To see all the sites again, select All Sites. Above the list of sites, you can see more details such as address or status. There is a search option including filtering by already mentioned details. Sitemap on the right side provides a visual of where your sites are located geographically. You can select the site directly using the sitemap. It is possible to zoom in and out using the plus and minus signs in the top left corner of the sitemap or using the scroll wheel or touchpad. Now, let's select one of the sites. Firstly, you will see the dashboard. It represents an overview of events, including information such as state, event source or timestamp, just to mention a few. You can filter the list based on the event type which happened in a chosen site. Hovering over the pie chart, you can see the amount of different event types which were registered. Info button on the right side opens a sidebar on the right. It gives you more information about the site, partition, safety standard, and more. And finally, we will show you how to connect to the site by using the tunnel functionality. If the tunnel desktop agent is not installed on your computer, you have to download and install it first. As soon as the tunnel desktop agent is running, select Connect. The tunnel agent will be started and stopped automatically. Do not use Connect or Disconnect button in the agent. Confirm the responsibility message with Connect. Afterwards, the tunnel connection will be established. Note that the first time after tunnel agent is started, and you try to connect all possible devices that you have access to, will be loaded. This can take several minutes and the connection might run into a timeout. You can now connect to your Fire panel with the engineering tool or Cerberus remote. In the engineering tool or Cerberus remote, select Connect to IP address and enter the IP address 127.0.0.1. Confirm with OK. Please make sure to disconnect from the site as soon as you are finished. Next, selecting bell icon, notification sidebar opens. You can select for which event type you should be notified. Note that the notifications are set only for you, and that each user is responsible for setting up notification preference. Furthermore, notifications are enabled in the Accounts application, as shown on the screen. Next to each event type, there is an Info button, which shows what is meant by the specific type. The user can also create additional filters. For example, we have used Text 101 to filter only for the Offices 101. This is only a text and has no specific tags. If the text is within the device in any form, it will create the notification. Furthermore, the user has the possibility to suspend notifications for 4 hours by using the toggle button. Automatically, countdown will be shown. The user will not receive any notification during these 4 hours. Note that the suspend option can be resumed at any time by simply using the toggle button again. In case suspend option needs to be implemented, confirm with save. Underneath the Event Overview section, we can see Gateway Updates section. It gives an overview of the distribution chosen and the installed firmware version, as well as installed edge applications. By selecting Details, user will be automatically forwarded to the device's application. Note that the user needs to have Fire Standard or Advanced role in order to access device's application. Going back to the Event Overview section, we can see Details option. Selecting Details will automatically forward the user to Live Events page from the navigation bar. Live Events page shows detailed overview of the current site events. You can filter events by type or text included in the events. Furthermore, you can select the period for which you would like to filter events. By selecting one of the events, it opens a sidebar on the right and gives additional information regarding the chosen event. Let's move to the next section in the navigation bar, History. History section shows both past and present events. List starts with the latest event. Above the list you can see information details such as event state and source, type of the event, timestamp and the description as a text. Above the list you can filter by event type or text. You can also use the scroll bar on the right side to search for events. Next to the search bar, you can specify start and end date for the events of interest. If the limit is exceeded, use option Next to proceed to the next page, as well as Previous to go back. Export Details function will automatically generate and download the XLSX file. Event range will only be filtered if you choose specific date range. Finally, by selecting one of the events, sidebar on the right will open, where you can see event history details. Next section is Panels. It provides the list of the panels on site, including the panel type and software version, which consists of the installed BDV on top and the installed firmware on the bottom. Now, let's switch to the devices from the navigation bar. On the left side of the section, you can see Site Structure, configured in the Engineering tool. It is basically a one-to-one replica of the configuration from the tool. It starts with the object, next would be section, then zone. Please note that it can take up to 25 hours after reconfiguration in the Engineering tool to show any changes to the devices. It enables convenient navigation and allocation of the periphery devices in your Fire system. You can also search and filter the structure above the list. On the right side, based on the filtering you have performed on the left side, you can see the list of all the periphery devices. Details can be seen above the list, such as type, address, description, and model. Furthermore, you can see info about manual test and DFT depending on the device and availability of that feature. You can also filter the list by various information. By selecting one of the devices, sidebar opens on the right, where you can see more details, including soiling. It means the following. Soiling compensation value in percentage will be calculated by the detector and fetched every 15 minutes from the detectors by the panel. As soon as the compensation value changes, it will be updated and transferred to the cloud. Ensure that in the global system configuration, the data transmission from devices to the cloud is enabled for danger levels, and device information is activated. By selecting Site Report option on top of the page, you can generate either a PDF or an Excel file with specifying date range and including soiling information. Now we can create a test plan for the Fire Connect app. To add devices to a test plan, first select the devices via the checkbox. You can either select them one by one or select all of them based on the current filter. With the Add button, we can then move our selection into either an existing or new test plan. By confirming with Create, you will be forwarded directly into the Test Plan section of the Navigation tab. Here you can see the list of all the test plans with information such as state, name, modification date, progress and comments, if defined. Above the list, you can filter the list by name, criteria or status. Using the widget menu on the right side of an individual test plan, you can edit, duplicate test plan, or delete the plan. By selecting a plan, you will see more details, including structure and the list of periphery devices to be tested. Furthermore, you can also check the comments and results from the Fire Connect app. By selecting one of the devices, sidebar will open where you can see more details including test results and visual check details. Next section from the navigation bar is Notes. You can put general notes for yourself or the other users. Now, let's move to Partitions. On the left side you can see list of all the partitions which are part of this company, including shared partitions. Note that in case you deselect the partitions in the company selector part, those partitions will not be visible. In the top right corner, Partition Statistic feature offers a quick summary of number of sites, panels, detectors, DFT-enabled devices and partitions which have Fire Manager subscription activated. If there are many partitions, you can search for a specific one by name, above the list. Now, let's select one partition. You can see the name of the sites under the chosen partition, address, number of panels, DFT devices and detectors, as well as toggle buttons for standard, DFT and Fire Manager subscriptions.